Another case that we had that was somewhat unique, I represented a client that was transporting drugs, marijuana, from Denver to, I believe it was Phoenix, Arizona. And he was packaging these in suitcases. He was doing what he could do to assure that the odor wouldn't emit from the suitcase. What ended up happening is one or two of the suitcases get sent, and on the other end in Arizona, my client, who actually had someone transport for him, when he picked up suitcases, he was arrested. And the issue became, how did the authorities know about this? Was there informant? And we, through our discovery, it didn't appear there was any informant because there were no other parties involved. So we were trying to figure out how would they know the drugs were in the suitcases. They alleged that they could smell the odor from the suitcases. So what I did was set up an in-court demonstration as part of an motion to suppress, where I obtained a court order, had the suitcases packaged with the marijuana identically as they were when they were seized. We purchased 2 or 3 other suitcases that were empty. We brought them to the courtroom. So we have one suitcase with marijuana and the others that didn't have marijuana. Well, there were 2 things going on. One, could a person reasonably ascertain that there was an odor? Well, before we went to court, the DEA disclosed they actually did have an informant, and the informant was a bag carrier person that unloaded bags at the airport for Frontier Airlines. And they had an agreement with him that he would open bags if they were at all suspicious. So what was happening is the federal government was paying a private party to conduct an illegal search. And this case actually appeared, I believe, in High Times magazine, or one of the magazines years ago, where basically what was happening was what I indicated, an understanding that a Fourth Amendment violation, if it's conducted by a private citizen, or a private citizen conducts an unlawful search, it in fact isn't unlawful from a criminal perspective, because the Fourth Amendment only applies to government action. In this case, it was a private citizen, but he was doing it at the behest of the federal government. That resulted in the suppression of that evidence. There was some other evidence that led to the resolution of the case, but the unique aspect of that was the demonstration that we set up, which actually pushed the envelope and forced the government to disclose that they were involved in illegal searches and seizures.